La la la, we are here.
Hey everybody!
Hey everybody.
I'm gonna let you run with it if you're gonna run with it.
No, I mean you said hey everybody.
Okay.
Hey everybody.
So as you can see, I got on the hoodie. We finally got that real fall weather. I'm super excited. You'll see me be very cheerful for the rest of the year until about February. But I am in my happy space. I can wear my hoodie comfortably. You know what I'm saying? This is my uniform. A hoodie, some jeans, and that's it. So, hey everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Two things. Number one.
Yes.
As soon as we hit live, he gets like ridiculously louder. Like it don't make no sense. Like he be talking. He's like he goes from on stage Michael Jackson, behind the scenes, to backstage Michael Jackson.
No one's ever tell me that I talk quietly behind stage.
Well, you was not just like I'm deaf now. I'm now deaf because of how loud you are.
But when I do the sound check, I literally check and I yell
But
because
I'm trying to understand, why is it that you got to be loud?
Because it's go time. That's why I'm fired up. I'm excited.
Number two, his uniform looked like he should be hanging out with Lancaster Ave, but that's neither here nor there. So, good morning.
I got no problems here.
Good morning. Welcome to your morning cup of local news. What's happening in real world fast?
Bam.
I am Naja Nicole. You're lovely, talented, beautiful, amazing. I got to speak these things into my existence because sometimes I wake up and I don't feel like this. I am a wonderful, intelligent, beautiful black woman. Woo woo. And who are you?
I am your I'm a happy musician, child advocate, proponent of Delaware. I don't know. I feel great. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning. That's what Yara says.
Guten
Good
Morgen.
morning.
Yeah, that's German. That's
all right,
funny.
so we're going to start this morning off with a wild moment. So the people who know me well know I don't like public restrooms.
Shout out to you for being willing to tell the story.
Listen, we keep it real on Naja and
Yeah,
Jay.
but you don't always keep it 100, but go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So I don't use public restrooms. I have a fear of porta potties, but if
Justifiably.
if the need arises, I do what needs to be done. Last week, my husband and I had a gig on a farm. Several, like a mile away. Like there was corn between us, the toilet and where we were. And I had to go. And I'm not talking about a normal go. I'm talking about I had to go. Something was wrong. I ate something that wasn't agreeing.
Keep going.
I was struggling. Sis was struggling. So, there was a porta potty. There were two porta potties. The first one was the nice one. You know, the one they have the Clifford Brown Jazz Festival now with the air conditioning and the poopery and all that, you know? The generator wasn't on. And I can't go to the bathroom in the dark.
Slow down. So as we continue with this story, I have part of this question. All right. So it's about how long before showtime right now?
Like 3 hours.
So you got 3 whole hours.
Yeah.
And are you like gurgling? Like what's actually going on?
My bell. I was angry. You know when you get that gurgle that makes you angry. Like,
right.
Yeah.
How long did you wait before you told Ish that all right, this is becoming a problem?
the whole car ride, I was lighting him up.
So on the way down, you already knew that there was a storm of brewing.
And I thought maybe that it would pass. I was praying. I was like, Lord, please.
So you get there,
me.
continue. I'm sorry.
So we get there, and I'm like, oh, they got the nice porta potty. Let's go. And he was like, the generator not on. And I didn't want to turn it on because that ain't my thing. And I can't go to the bathroom in the dark. It's a vulnerable position in the dark.
I can accept that.
You know, if a demon or anything want to get me.
A swamp monster.
Yes,
might
that is the time.
Yeah.
Because I'm like literally like.
Yeah. Some bum who likes tossing salad, you know what I'm saying, hiding in.
How do you do this? Why do you do this?
If I can just get inside the porta potty.
So. So the light was out and I was like, ugh. So I was like, hold on, sister. You know what? You got the strength of 1,000 ancestors.
So you've started to think now about the movie, the female what's the movie?
The Woman King.
The Woman King. Like you're embracing your inner woman king to let it all out.
I'm fierce, I'm powerful.
Right.
I was really working.
Right.
Like,
okay.
Child. And then way down yonder.
Mm-hmm.
In in a little bush, there was this rinky-dinky, stinky, regular green porta potty.
Right. The kind that you see at like
and
a music festival.
And I'm telling you, I could have swore he was like, "Hey, yo, sis, I know you need me."
It's like this is like when you settle. You know what I mean? Like, I just need a man. I'll take anything right now.
Anything. And I was sweating. I had started getting that sweat here.
Yeah.
Because I'm fighting.
Okay. Worst case scenario. Let's pause right here.
Okay.
Worst case scenario. You decide, I'm just going to try to keep this in here until I get home.
I might die.
Okay.
I might die.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
Okay.
So, I said to Ishmael, "Babe, I need you to take me." But first, I made him go look. I was like, "Go check it out."
Sure, fair enough.
He checks it out. He's like, "It's clear."
Okay.
I was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "I need you to..."
Clear meaning empty, like no one's used it at all?
Like there's no poop on the seat or anything like that.
There's no problem.
Like I can at least tolerate
You can tolerate it, all right.
So I was like, "I need you to go with me because I'm scared." And
fair enough.
he was like, "All right, yeah, I'll be right there."
Mm-hmm.
I go inside. And
what are you wearing? So we're on this farm, ladies and gentlemen. I
am in a high-low dress.
What color is the dress?
It's like flowery red and pink.
So we've got a flowery dress on the farm.
There was a button like right here. So the low part I had to tuck.
Yes.
And because I was trying to hurry, I didn't pop the button.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, God. So I'm leaned over. I'm sweating. There are slugs.
Oh.
Slugs.
Yeah, okay.
I'm holding like the death grip on the door handle.
Yeah.
And
why?
I'm like, because I didn't want to fall. Like I was scared that for some reason I might fall. So I was like, hold on to the thing. My husband's right outside. I'm like, talk to me. Mm-hmm. Next thing I know, I go. But
I'm listening.
It was like a bowling ball hit the bottom.
So what I normally imagine, and I want to quickly say that my wife and I judge people who use porta potties and especially drop deuces. Like I really feel like you're some kind of a sociopathic pervert if you use that. Like under no circumstances am I dropping a deuce in there unless it's a full emergency. So no, fine. But like I associate porta potty emergencies with like it's just gonna be a spraying mess.
I think I gave birth.
And if I recall, when I heard the story initially, Ish heard the cannonball.
What the hell is what the hell is that?
Thinking that there's no way that could be my 100-pound wife, who you would have had to have lost a third of yourself to drop that kind of weight.
And I said, that was me. I feel better. And then I was done.
And we moved on and did our performance.
We did our performance.
So for anyone who was at that performance and surely enjoyed the music, I want you to know that that's what happened before the performance, because it'll just, the behind the scenes is often just as entertaining.
To Rick Detweiler, flowers to you, from
if you thought that her performance was the shit, it was. So yeah.
I'll never forget that. My husband was like, "What the hell was that?"
Yeah, confused.
I thought maybe there was a baby. Honestly, it shocked me. And
I can dig it.
I was like, holding on to the door.
Yeah.
So there's your morning potty humor.
Yeah, that's good. That's how to start off the show.
Woo!
I dig all of that 100%. I appreciate that. I appreciate your honesty and bravery with the people on that matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Flowers. Who do we have flowers for? Who are we celebrating? We are celebrating a pregnant lady.
No. Well, so I'm giving my wife flowers for her actions. This is I got to be careful here because this is a wild story.
Okay.
So I had helped my brother to do something and got back with Ray. And we're waiting for lunch from Panera because my wife had taken Jay Porter to his music class, and they went to Panera to get lunch. And it was like a really long wait. So, long story short, live video interrupted. Are we still rocking? Mm-hmm. Okay. Long story short, while she's waiting for her food to come out, a pregnant lady was standing in front of the Jeep on the curb, and she just fainted and face planted into the Jeep tire and went face down, like flat, like into the tire on the ground, just sat there and face down, arms stretched out. So my wife was like, oh boy, she hasn't moved for a second. And she went out, and maybe like a minute later, the lady turned over and kind of sat up, and my wife basically, she's very squeamish with blood. And obviously it was a mess.
Oh no!
So Lisa helped her out, and did all the, she helped the lady, and she called her husband on her phone and did all those things, and it turns out that she fainted because she hadn't eaten.
Oh my God.
And that's what it was, but like, shout out to my wife for helping that lady in that situation and not panicking and fainting herself. But it was wild because
Lisa.
So when she sent me the text, she said a pregnant lady just hit my Jeep. I'm thinking that a pregnant lady driving her car ran into the Jeep, not that the lady literally hit the Jeep with her face. I was so confused, so it took me a moment to even understand it. But the husband came, and everything is okay as far as we understand from that point. And shout out to my wife for handling that and not panicking.
How pregnant was she? Do you know?
I think she said she was 18 weeks.
18 weeks?
I think so. Is that right?
18 weeks.
Is that right? How many months are you pregnant?
That's early.
Yeah, it wasn't that far along.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did she get her information?
I don't know.
Oh,
Lisa.
Yeah,
so
hugs.
Yeah, pretty wild. So shout out to you for handling that.
Flowers to you.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the homegoing service for our beloved Rashima Dixon. Oh my goodness. I have really enjoyed looking at all the posts and tributes to her. She really was a phenomenal person. She is a phenomenal person. And I'm just glad that our city, our state was blessed to have her serve our community. Like, you don't get people like that often. And when you do, you cherish them. Mm-hmm. So you can still send... let me get this correct information. You can still send flowers and cards directly to her team at contact us at rdinnovativesolutions.com. For official PR statements, approval of press releases, and dedications, please contact her PR team at info@purposeagency.com. I mean, I just wish her family so much love. I wish for her family so much love and healing energy, because losing a loved one is always a tough time. But when you lose someone like her, it's just...
No, the entire state lost.
Yeah, we're all in mourning.
Yeah.
So, sending so much love. We miss you, girl. We're going to miss you. And flowers to Warner Elementary, which I attended the back to school night for parents with my husband. And first of all, I have never been to a back to school night like that. Journey's previous schools have been pretty different. So this was something new for me. The school was the absolute cutest. When I tell you, it looked like something out of a movie with the colors and the
It's so
stuff
odd
on the
that
boards.
we're connecting this directly to Rashima, and there's Dr. Newt tied into that.
Oh.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, wow. I just was so proud. I got to meet her math teacher, her music teacher. I got to see the library, which looked so adorable. They talked about the services that they offer. They have a dental clinic, a health clinic, which is like a minute clinic. The kids can get physicals, they can get their shots, they can have counseling. They also have a barbershop and a hairstyling studio.
That's directly
in
because
the
of
school.
New. That's directly because of New.
And they partner with like the cosmetologists and barbers within the community who are willing to offer their services. They also have programs that help keep the kids on track and also teach them organization for studying. They have resources for parents, a food pantry. So we went on a scavenger hunt. They had us go to each location and get stamps, and we met the nurse. And then at the end, they had the Mo Better chicken truck.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Chow. And the popsicle, Pop In. It's a black owned popsicle company down in Middletown. I'll find it and send you the info. They had handcrafted popsicles.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, if y'all feeding us like this, I come to every event. Mm-hmm. But it was so nice. I felt so much more secure about my baby being in that school and seeing the environment that she is in. They have a fish tank, a big one, when you walk in there. So thank you to flowers to Miss Brewington and Mr. Quigg, the principal.
Miss Brewington?
Yeah.
That's got to be, what's her first name?
Why you doing this to me? Why you do that?
About how old was she?
Why you do that?
Seriously. Was she like my age or older?
Probably about your age.
Was it Lisa?
Yes.
Bald head?
No, she has braids.
She has braids. That's my buddy from back in the day.
She wear glasses.
Yeah, I thought she was still at William Penn.
Well, she's the principal now.
I didn't know she was the principal at Warner.
Yeah, Brewington and Mr. Quigg, who's the assistant
I didn't know
principal.
she was at Warner.
Well, flowers to y'all because last night was amazing. I felt so good about Journey being there. So yeah, woo woo to the Thunderbirds.
I didn't know Lisa Brewington was there. She grew up like around the corner from me that's crazy. We went to summer camp together. That's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I know her really, really well. We haven't been as connected over the, recently, but no, I know her very well. We grew up together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we want the tagger.
Yeah.
All right. What's not happening in Delaware? What's not happening in Delaware? So, because nothing is happening in Delaware, I have now made it a point to talk about no more than 2 events a day. Because nothing is going on in Delaware. So much so that I have to delegate my time because this takes up a majority of the show all of a sudden. So there's 3 on 2 days this week. The next week is only 2 a day. So.
You got Wheat Stock on there?
No.
Yeah, exactly. Wheat Stock is on Friday.
But wait till you get to Friday.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
All right, so Wednesday, tonight, you have Sip and Stroll at the Brandywine Zoo at 5 p.m. Can we please go to that one day?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe not tonight, but yeah. Absolutely.
I need some tequila, and I need a goat. Or a monkey. Or a flamingo.
What's going to happen is she's going to have 2 shots of tequila, try to steal an animal, and being chased by the cops because she tried to steal some animal that she thinks is cute and bring it home. And I'm just going to videotape the whole event and laugh my face off and,
It's not stealing if they allow me in the pen to touch it.
Fair enough.
And they let me walk out. So Sip and Stroll Brandywine Zoo at 5 p.m. Wind Down Wednesdays with Gerald Chavis at House of Laughs at 8 p.m. Thursday, you have Chopping It Up with the cast of A Different World at the Wilmington Library at 6 p.m. Sold out. I will be there with my mama. I'm so excited. My mom told me that the scene where
go ahead
at the end of the show, the wedding scene, she was watching and I was like 2 and she said that she screamed and I was like, what? What the?
I saw Jasmine Guy and Kareem Hardison on The Breakfast Club talking about that. Did you see some of that interview?
Yeah, I did.
So 2 thoughts went in my brain, but one, I met her in person when I was at Morehouse at a Boston event, which was really cool. But I didn't get a chance to really talk to her. I guess, because of her persona on the show, you expect to hear the Southern Genteel,
right.
But she come across like a real one.
She made that up for the audition.
No, she did a great job, and she actually reminded me of someone from Spelman, which is hysterical. But it was really cool to see the real her. I don't know her background, but I was surprised to hear how she was keeping it 100, and it was cool to see her, It was. I really enjoyed seeing the real Jasmine Guy. Yeah. Like she looked like she seemed to be an interesting person.
Yeah.
Who would actually be cool to hang out with, and I'll leave it at that. And I don't mean that in anything to do with her looks, nothing like that. She was interesting. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm excited for tomorrow. Then Thursday you also have September Young Professionals Mixer at 5:30 p.m. at 900 North Market Street. Mm-hmm. You can look these up on Facebook, by the way, if you're interested and need more information. And also Thursday, we have Kelly Vale live at Deco at 6 p.m. And we did a gig with her for Riverfront Church.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So she's beautiful voice.
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, it's Weedstock. I mean, you got stuff for Friday too?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think you guys know what that is, so, fine. Weedstock is Friday.
Yes.
Get there, and if you don't have to smoke weed to get there or to be there. If you do, I'm sure welcome. I don't know the specific rules, but it is what it is. I'm pretty sure it speaks for itself.
Did you know that you could use the weed leaves for salad?
I mean, the list of
uses for that plant
from that plant are just...
It's crazy.
Huge. And the fact that, we're not going to open this can of worms right now, but yeah, add something else to the list that it could be used for positively, and then consider how it's been criminalized and how it's decimated our black men. I'll stop there.
All right. So also Friday, you have the end of the summer block party at Rockford Tavern at 6 p.m. You have Wilmington Brew Works, their summer music series at 7 p.m. Saturday, you have the Delaware Beer Fest at Figure 8 Barn, a benefit for the Trauma Survivors Foundation at 12 p.m. The Wilmington Library Hispanic Heritage Celebration at 12 p.m. Sunday.
Thank you for saying library and not library.
Let me correct myself. Sunday, you have Free First Sunday Tour at Rockford Park and Museum at 12 p.m. Jazz Brunch with the Jonathan Whitney Trio.
That one at Pizza by Elizabeth?
Yep, at 12 p.m.
Yeah.
And then you have the Taurus Season Brunch at 2 p.m. at 900 Justice.
Why are you changing your voice for that part?
Because the flyer made me feel like hot girl.
Okay, I'll take that.
Taurus Season. Yeah. They didn't even spell season out. They said S-Z-N.
Oh, man.
Season.
That'd have confused me.
Season. Hit up Hermie Potter for tickets. So that's what's not happening in Delaware, because there's nothing to do in Delaware ever.
Also, I want to add to it real quick. Make sure I got it right on here, and I like to kind of read and explain because I don't do good at it. But the Delaware Shakespeare is putting on their 12th night. It starts on the 29th of September and runs through October 23rd. Yep. After a 2-year pause, we're thrilled to relaunch the Delaware Shakespeare Community Tour with our world premiere bilingual musical 12th night, O Lo Que Quieras. Written by Liz Filios and Tanakil Marquez. This adaptation reimagines Shakespeare's romantic comedy as a story about immigration. Violetta and Sebastian, twins from Venezuela, are separated in a shipwreck and must find their way in Illyria, a land somewhat similar to contemporary America. Yeah. What's the problem?
I'm offended.
Why?
Because you have these fake ass accents.
That was a bad accent though. You want me to sing Taki Taki?
So, what?
Bailame como si nena.
All right.
Yeah, I'll bring it.
Book of the week. What are we reading, Jay? So, I stumbled upon...
Book of the week. Go ahead.
I stumbled upon this book. I can't remember if I had already read it or whatever, but I started reading it again. Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl, written by herself. And it's by Harriet Ann Jacobs, but in the book she names herself Linda Brent. And she said that these are real accounts, but she changed a lot of the names for different reasons. So it's a book detailing her life and all the things that she went through. And one of the craziest parts of the book is that she was in hiding from her master, living in the walls of the house, for 3 years before she escaped.
That's wild.
Crazy. I haven't gotten to that part. What I have read so far is already a lot. So if you're interested...
Why do you recommend it?
Because it's written from the account of a former slave.
Okay.
Who then became free and said that she's writing this because she wanted people to know what it was like. And I feel like to do my due diligence as a Black woman, as an African American woman, that I need to know our history. And no, she may not be my family, but we need to know where we come from. You know, what our people fought for and fought against. So yeah.
Cool.
So that's the book of the week. Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl, written by Harriet Ann Jacobs.
I encourage, not that this doesn't happen, anyone who reads those kinds of stories, because it is a part of our history and it's somewhere that we come from, I encourage people to focus on the inner strength and perseverance of these people, because at the end of the day, there's obviously some horror involved with all of these things, but hopefully you're equally inspired, because for me, when I think about previous generations and what they went through, yeah, it makes you mad, but it also, most importantly, tells me that if they can do that, I can definitely manage whatever my struggles are.
Yeah. So that's the book of the week. What's going on in the local arena? What's happening in Delaware?
A lot.
I'm just a little... We got a couple things happening. Let's start with the positive.
Okay.
So Monty Taylor of Bear was a finalist, one of 2 finalists on Big Brother season 24. Mm-hmm. He is a personal trainer, and he was up against Taylor Hale, who ultimately won. I did not know that this young man, 27, was participating in the show, and he was from Delaware. I saw someone posting about it and saying, why isn't any of the news outlets talking about it? I don't know. This don't make no sense. But
maybe they didn't know. Maybe they couldn't find out. But yeah, you're right.
Sir,
and I mean, we should have known too.
I mean, but we don't got the difference between us and them.
I know.
Yeah, y'all know. So, hey, congratulations to you, sir. I hope you get so much out of it. Remember, just because you didn't win the game doesn't mean you don't win the game. Because coming from that, there's so many opportunities that are going to open up for you. So make sure that you get a team behind you, and you get a good lawyer, and you read contracts, and then do what you got to do for your next move. Congratulations, and
keep
we
being
wish
great.
you the best.
And like he's a trainer.
Personal trainer.
I love personal trainers.
And he's very attractive. Yes.
I love personal trainers because they play a role in fixing one of what I view as one of the bigger problems in our country specifically. Like, there's an obesity epidemic. There's no way to deny that. Yeah. So anyone who is promoting and showing people, how to be healthy, all of these things matter. Your mind matters, your psychology matters, but like your body obviously is a fundamental part of who you are. Right. So if that ain't right, and nothing else is going to really be right. I mean, I'll leave it at that.
So congratulations to you. And also, it was just announced, Chef O'Shea Lally is going to be on Hell's Kitchen Thursday, September 29th. And he's going to be competing for a $250,000 prize. And the new season premieres at 8 p.m. that night. And I know Chef O'Shea can cook his behind off, okay? In the snippet, he talks about his orange soda greens. Yeah.
I almost went. I didn't.
Yeah. Yes. So good luck to you, Chef O'Shea. We rooting for you. I don't got cable, but if I could bootleg somebody password or something, let me know so I could go ahead and support. Delaware high school students are invited to participate in the Poetry Out Loud contest. State champions will compete for $50,000 in awards in the national finals in Washington, D.C. in May of 2023. So you can, the contest will be held at local schools, libraries, and nonprofits between now and January. And the statewide competition will be in March at the Smyrna Opera House. So if you are into poetry, writing, and spitting and all that, this is definitely something you should look into. I think this was found on WDEL or Delaware Online. Either one I'm sure will have the article. So go and look it up so you can find out where you can sign up. Yeah? Okay. And then last on my list, Delaware Elementary School to be awarded, which is the William F. Cook Jr. Elementary School in Hocassin, has received the honor of being named a Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools National Banner School. My God, that is a long award. So again, Special Olympics Unified Champion Schools National Banner School, being only the 9th school in the state to get that recognition. Congratulations! I love hearing about our schools doing positive things and getting awarded. Like, absolutely. I'm proud of y'all. So, congratulations to William F. Cook Jr. Elementary School in Hocassin. Also, Firefly.
What about it?
That's the commentary.
Isn't Firefly over?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was last weekend.
It happened. So,
why are you saying like that?
Because they don't be having nobody that's the bomb and local ever.
Yeah, I get it.
So, that's all you get. All right. I'm going to allow Jay to talk about that which I don't want to even see.
Yeah. There's a couple of things.
Lord have mercy.
I'm trying to pull this up because I need to see it. But before I even get to that one, there's two things, and I think they need to be addressed. So I don't think this story is actually, I've been looking around, and it's not on the news anywhere yet, but I think it's probably going to be coming out soon. I hope it does, because it should be. So the facts are this. There was an incident at Brandywine High School about 2 weeks ago at a football game between Brandywine and Howard. And police had to come because there was fighting and stuff was going on that shouldn't go on. And so the county police had to arrive, and one of the things that happened, as a fact, is a 17-year-old female from Brandywine High School was arrested, and there's video, and there's also an image in the least where you can see her being put under arrest, and her spine has been fractured due to this, and she already had some kind of a hip replacement, this, that, and the other. But her spine was fractured, and I am not going to go. I don't want to make any speculations in any direction, but that's what happened, okay? And for obvious reasons, the family is upset and concerned about this, and there's a lot of outrage. My dad was at the county council meeting last night where there was a lot of discussion about the event. And my bottom line is, without even, again, trying to dig in and understand exactly what happened, because there's a lot more information that I need to have before I can make certain comments, but the bottom line is there's been no, and maybe it's too early, but there's been no video release of, like, with the body cams. We don't know what happened. And it's going to be very difficult to find out what happened specifically. And there have already been some concerning comments coming from law enforcement towards the family, regarding their outrage and regarding the fact that they're likely going to protest what happened. Which is why we need LEOBOR reform. This is why we need it. Because it's likely going to be damn near impossible for the family to get down to what really, really, really happened. And that's unacceptable, especially when other states are slowly remedying these situations. To an extent, some of them are overcorrecting perhaps, but we're doing nothing. And this is why I went on my social media page to strongly support anyone running for office who is aggressively and openly pushing for LEOBOR reform. Because over and over, Jeremy McDowell Day was just last Saturday, okay? That shouldn't have happened. And these things will continue. They will continue to happen until we make these fixes. And I'm not quite at the point where I'm ready to just straight up call out people. But shame on any black politician, shame on any black politician who doesn't have the courage to be outspoken and say that we need this reform. I don't care about your politics and things that have to happen behind closed doors and you don't understand the process. Like,
we're trying to save lives.
Not only are we trying to save lives, but there's no black person who lives in this city unless you're on some kind of I mean, I'm a private school kid. You know, I haven't, lived the life of someone who grew up on, say, Vandiver Avenue and has really seen police brutality. I get it. So if I get it, as the person who went to Tower Hill, and Morehouse, I am not the victim. If I can understand that from my little bubble of private school middle class life, ain't no way that somebody else can't understand the history of black people and policing in America and not speak out about it. And this is the thing that really gets me, is that there are many places where politicians can't make a difference, and it's just not in their ability for a law or a policy to make a significant impact. Politicians aren't going to stop poverty and gun violence in the city. But what you can do is change police policy. And the fact that we are struggling so hard in a black city to make these changes is beyond embarrassing. It's insulting. And again, for any black politician who isn't aggressively pushing for this, shame on you. And as someone who has spent a lifetime, since I was 19, 20, not since 1920, since I was 19 or 20, working with the most difficult young people in our city. Like, I've worked with the kids who are pulling triggers. You understand? Like, I understand what that is to an extent. And I understand the frustration. I remember being 25 years old with this young boy told me he was gonna mess up my brand new. I had a BMW. I bought a brand new BMW. He's like, yo, if you keep messing with me, I'm gonna tear up your car. And like, as a 25-year-old, smaller sized man who looked like he was 19, being told by a 17-year-old who was bigger than me what he's gonna do to my car, it was about to get nasty. That was the young. So I understand the frustration. But at the end of the day, we're professionals. And again, I'm not going into the details of what happened because I don't know. And I don't know what that police officer did and what he was walking into. But we have the right to know, what happened completely in that incident. And I will also say, God forbid that police officer became unprofessional in his regard, in his work, because if you have a job and you're supposed to be a professional. As someone who's worked with difficult people, yep, there are days when I'm in a bad mood, and I have said things that I shouldn't have said, but there's a line, and I'm tasked with being professional. The same way, that no matter how I feel, it's my job to get on the stage and sing music the right way and put everything into it. There's no excuse for me getting up there and not doing my job the right way. And if you're an officer or a teacher, whatever, and you're having a bad day and you are already on 10 and not in a space to deal with the difficult situation, then there's got to be a place for those officers to get that. And I want to close with this because I get irritated with people. Like, I don't think that police officers are inherently negative. I don't look at an officer and be like, yo, officer, get out of my face. You're a mean, bad person. I don't think that. But these incidents keep happening, and they shouldn't. And I don't know if it's a situation, it's not just a one fixed thing. LEOBOR reform needs to happen. But also, I really view officers, I think we need them, and I view them in the same way that I view teachers. I think that, they're underpaid, but I think they also need to be held to a higher standard. You understand? So if we need to have less officers who get paid more, significantly more, and have less on their plate and are put at a higher standard, I'm for that. But the first thing you should see when you walk into a high school situation, I work with these people, is the first thing you should see is a child. A 17-year-old child. I don't know what she did. I don't care about her character right now. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is that her back is fractured, and we as a community deserve to know what actually happened. And if the officer did something that he shouldn't have done, there needs to be repercussions for that. Period.
Whew. I don't know if I should go on with the rest of the stuff in the local arena. I think we should simmer on that. So let's go with what's happening in the world around us, right? Rihanna is going to be doing the Super Bowl halftime.
Yeah.
Okay, she's going to be winding and all the stuffs. And she's going to have a Fenty setup. And she's going to match everyone in the crowd with their mascara or their foundation. Make sure everybody's color matched. And we'll all get a glow stick. Not a glow stick, but a glitter stick for your skin.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah. So I will be there. I don't care how much it costs.
You're going to the Super Bowl?
I'm going to go to the Super Bowl, and I want to be matched.
Oh, that's funny.
And if there is a poll and she starts singing...
Have you ever been to a football game before?
Wait. Like just a football game? Like, are you talking about like NFL?
NFL.
No.
Okay.
I don't like going to sporting events. I don't like the yelling, the screaming, and the stomping. People get a little crazy, and that's not my bag. I'm good. So yeah, Rihanna's gonna be at the Super Bowl. Woo! And apparently, word on the street is she gonna be dropping music in the next couple weeks.
That's dope.
She dropped a baby, and then she about to drop some song or something. I'm excited.
I do think it's appropriate.
She looks so good too. Have y'all seen her? She looks so good.
Yeah.
That's goals right there.
Yeah. I'm happy for her. I'll leave it at that.
I love Rihanna.
Yeah. And she's still young as shit. So
she really is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The Woman King is going strong. I got to see it with my Woman King and one of my sister soldiers. Was it Friday night? Saturday night.
Why do you think they called it Woman King and not just Queen?
You have to see the movie.
Okay, cool. I'm just asking. I'm not
in the
criticizing.
Movie. No. The woman, the story or the answer to that question is in the movie.
Cool. Right.
I loved it. I cried. I hid behind my fingers because it was gore galore.
Ladies, okay. Don't y'all start acting like you're gonna start chopping our asses up.
Listen!
Because
I got home and looked at my husband like...
Don't y'all get inspired to start trying to go to war with us, because it's enough problems in these streets. Like, I don't need to come home and my wife is like, yeah. Remember I told you to put that toilet seat down. Yeah! Can't have that.
She wouldn't waste her time on a peasant like you. You're like a dung beetle. Nope, it's pointless. I loved it. I also want to say this. I want people to allow the movie to be what it is. You hear that? Allow the movie to be what it is. Okay? Stop looking for this to be your saving grace. Stop looking for this to change the way you worship.
Stop trying to make it a history lesson.
Stop trying to make it a history lesson. Just watch the motherfucking movie and enjoy the phenomenal acting and beautiful brown and black faces that you see. Fall in love with the writing and the character development.
Stay woke, my G.
And just watch the
Peace,
movie.
Queen.
That's it.
Grand Rising, my queen.
It was phenomenal.
Stay woke.
So yeah, The Woman King. Go see it. Hayden Panettiere.
I can never say her name.
Me neither.
I think Hayden Panettiere.
Hayden Panettiere. No, let's not be disrespectful. Hayden
Panettiere. She makes them good Italian cakes, right? She makes the panettone cake, right? Isn't that Hayden Panettiere? She make the panettone cake Christmas?
Mezzanotte?
Mezzanotte? Oh, no.
What the hell are we doing? Anyway,
Hayden Panettiere.
She did a recent article where she was talking about giving up custody of her daughter. She detailed her use and abuse of drugs and alcohol. And she talked about giving custody, signing the paperwork to give custody of her child to her ex. She said how heartbreaking it was, and she would rationalize in her head basically that this was only temporary and that she would get herself together to get her daughter back. And unfortunately, it just didn't happen. It's really sad. Number one, to hear that she had to willingly, like she had to give up custody of her child. Because I'm a mother, I wouldn't even know what to do, if I had to like, okay, here, Then to say, confront the fact that she was suffering with drug abuse and alcoholism.
Oh, geez, now I'm making fun of her name. You make me feel bad, but go ahead. I mean, I wasn't making fun of her. It was just Panatone. But go ahead, jeez. Go ahead.
It's just, it just continues to show you that, these stars, they are just like us. They all have their issues, just like we have issues. And I pray that she continues to better herself and find the help that she needs, and that the people around her who truly love her continue to rally behind her, and that one day she can repair the relationship with her daughter, because I know one of the things she is probably heartbroken the most about is that relationship being stunted and bruised. And I say all this to say, don't be afraid of therapy. Don't be afraid of, reaching out to people when you feel like you're in crisis. Just so y'all remember, the crisis hotline, the national crisis hotline is 988. And it's 24/7. And if you feel like you need it, they are there. Don't ever feel alone. And again, reach out to the people that you love and who love you. So yeah.
Cool.
This Halloween, we got to be careful because the stupid are getting stupider.
I just want to give you guys
a
heads up. No. Trust me. I got this.
Oh my God.
I just want to give you guys a heads up right
I don't
now.
ever trust you when you say, I got this. I got this.
What we have planned for Halloween.
No, that's not even what I was talking about.
Doesn't matter.
Oh my God.
What we have planned for Halloween is going to be one for the history books. And I'll leave it at that. Continue, please.
This Halloween, watch out for your babies. They, officials in Connecticut seized 15,000 pills that look like Skittles and Nerds that had that had lethal fentanyl doses.
That's scary.
Yes, very.
Boo.
You're making fun of stuff that looks like candy that 13-year-olds have died.
No, the whole situation has me spooked.
I want y'all see this, right? Like, I'm trying to be serious to warn parents about these drugs that look like candy to protect our babies. And this, I want to be so unprofessional right now.
Not after my rant for being professional.
I'm just gonna. You know what just dawned on me?
No.
My mom's name, and then I held back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just start thinking Kimla.
Yeah.
And that'll stop me.
Yeah.
Watch out for your babies. Check your bags of candy. Check their bags of candy. Tell them, wait till you get home. Wait till they stick just a piece of candy in their mouth. And also, tell them when they're going to school and kids are, having candy with each other, they're finding them in schools. So let your kids know, do not take candy from other kids at school. And if you do, wait till you get home and show it to your parents. This is not because we want to stop you from eating candy or any of that. We want to keep you safe. So have that conversation with your kids. As young as 4 and as old as old. Just be careful. And it's showing up like Skittles and Nerds mostly in rainbow colored candy. So just be mindful of that.
Yeah. It's close to midnight and something evil is lurking in the dark.
Kanye empathizes with the UK because he too lost his queen. You wasn't expecting that, was you? You okay?
Somebody get that boy. Somebody get that man.
Somebody come go get him. Somebody come look at this. Kanye empathizes with the UK because he too has lost his queen.
I stand with Ireland. Draw that parallel. Go ahead.
Oh, scientists at Riken Cluster for Pioneering Research have created cyborg cockroaches.
I feel like that's redundant because everyone knows that cockroaches don't die anyway.
So they're taking actual cockroach bodies and engineering them.
But they don't need any help.
No, to be controlled by man. Yes, they do.
Okay.
But you know what I was thinking? You don't even need all them sciences and stuff. All you got to do is get you a couple inmates who have done a few years and ask them, how do you train this cockroach to go from my toilet to his toilet with a pack of cigarettes and a Playboy? That's what you need. That's who you need to talk to. You need to talk to...
Oh, my.
Forget all this science crap. You need to talk to those inmates. Okay? Those criminals. You need to go right on to what's the place? Gander Hill. You need to go right up to Rikers and ask so-and-so how he was able to make a shank out of a spoon and tell his cockroach, whisper in his cockroach's antenna.
The Roach Whisperer.
That's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
I heard stories. I mean, I ain't never been to jail or nothing in prison, but I heard that they be training them things. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised if the cockroach could get you a cell phone, a woman.
I'm done.
And last but not least, Florida has come back in the game.
Real quick, we're wishing health and safety to anyone in Florida right now as the hurricane passes through. So please follow.
Speaking of the hurricane.
Yeah. But I'm serious. Like,
yes, my uncle is there.
Yeah.
Kima, I texted you this morning.
Yeah,
Kima, we need to know what's up.
Follow the directives. I know it's a wacky state, but like,
Naya,
don't try.
Where your mama?
Yeah.
Speaking of the hurricane, Florida has done it again. Florida man headline. Florida man tries riding out the hurricane in his boat.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea.
He posted footage of the pending disaster on Twitter and said he's going to hold down the fort.
Captain Whatchamacallit from Forrest Gump?
Oh, Lieutenant Dan!
Lieutenant Dan, there you go.
Lieutenant Dan!
Yeah, no. Terrible idea.
You got legs!
Yeah. Terrible idea.
I don't. Does he have a woman? I want to know. Because ain't no way. My man gonna say, baby, we're gonna get here and we're gonna get in this boat.
We're gonna ride this thing out.
We're gonna ride this thing out. We're gonna hold down forward. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be like, listen here, Paul. I'm going up.
Maybe he
to
thinks
New
he's like
York.
maybe he's like, trying to be like the next Noah on his ark. You know what I'm saying?
But he ain't got no animals. Maybe he got some cyborg cockroaches.
That's what I was getting ready to say. And we should restart civilization with those.
Because when the floods get a flooding, that cockroach, all he got to do...
If they could find the genetics part of the cockroach that allows you to survive nuclear holocausts, I want that to be in my genetics too. So if they figure out that science,
well, they say,
give me the cockroach gene.
They say that technically, if you drink coffee outside the house, you eat cockroaches all the time. So that's probably why you've survived as long as you have.
And listen, it is what it is.
And why you're so crispy, crusty.
I'm not mad at that.
Because cockroaches are crunchy.
You bugging.
I hate you. Why do you do it? Why? What is wrong with us? I think about that often. And the fact that you're staring at the... We love y'all for watching. Thank you for joining this mess. You better stop pointing that weird crooked finger at me every 5 minutes. He always be like this. Wait a second. Wait a second, Naja. I got one more thing to tell you.
I just want to make everyone aware, and I don't know why. For some reason, this story kind of touched me, and I don't want to end.
All porta potties are not created the same, and I have a problem with that.
Whoa. So, Solid Gold Jewelers downtown.
Oh, God.
There's a 68-year-old man, last name, I'll just say Mr. Well, I don't know the man's name specifically, but his son, Steve Suh, has organized a GoFundMe for his dad, who was robbed at the store and brutally beaten.
Yeah. And
he's in recovery. The man's been through a lot. The store's been through a lot. And all I can, I'm looking at this solely from the perspective of a son with an older dad who still works to an extent. Like, it's horrible. So, you know, if you just go to the GoFundMe page and you want to, like, you know, donate some money to that family so that, you know, whatever their monetary needs are covered. There's this clear GoFundMe. It says, help my dad recover from robbery and severe assault. And it's under, you know, organized by Steve S-U-H, Steve Su, maybe that's how you pronounce it. You know, the story is on WDEL and Delaware Online, and maybe other places too. So if you are inclined to help out, I read the story, I looked at the images, and I was, you know,
disgusting.
But between the female, you know, at Brandywine High School with the fractured back, and just I'm very sensitive, and then you know, our elders, you know, these are the most vulnerable people. So you know, it's a shame, and if you know you feel so inclined to help that family, please do. Yeah.
We love you for watching. Have a wonderful week. October 1st is this weekend, so you know what that means. It's Halloween season, baby. And like Jay said, our Halloween costume is about to make y'all sick.
And I mean, and listen, I'm not above this either. I'm not beyond this. Oh, maybe you can even see it.
Wait, they ain't paid for product placement.
No. But we are at the level already. Can I get that? Come on. Focus on me, baby. No, but fine.
It's a pumpkin spice
this
coffee.
Is a pumpkin spice coffee, and I've already had 2 pumpkin coffees myself so far over the past week, and I am excited for this season. I know I went on a long rant today, but it had to be said because it's our babies. Yes. But I'm in a very good mood right now. I love this time of year. I love this weather. I'm pumped. I just motorcycle season.
Want to send condolences to all the light-skinned folk out there.
Yeah, we listen.
Who are fading slowly and becoming translucent.
I'm about to be chicken soup colored again. It's coming back quickly. I try to get out in the sun and keep my melanin.
So if you see me wearing even brighter colors and my hair is even bigger, it's to hide the fact that you will no longer be able to see me.
Now, I'm going to go on a light-skinned soapbox.
I'm about to end the live. I'm ending it. Bye. It's my turn
it's
today.
It's actually genetically great that your skin tone changes for the seasons.
Bye. Bye.